Toast Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles cereal, part of this nutritious breakfast.
See you later, Chef. The game's 13 Dead-End Drive. Someone will inherit a fortune, but everyone's dying to bump you off. The first out of 13 Dead-End Drive wins. 13 Dead-End Drive.
Wowee, recycling works.
It's Chrome Dome, the foot mechanized warrior.
We've got him outnumbered, dude.
Not so fast, turtle scum. No, it's that trashed out Wiggler the worm with his disgusting worm-eaten smile. And Dirtbag, the mutated miner prospecting for trouble with his jackhammer. And now, if that weren't enough, here comes Ground Chuck. The foot's mutated bull is a walking arsenal, but nothing frightens the turtles.
That's a lot of bull.
From Playmates.
There are like millions of them, Solar Fox. Like, what are we gonna do?
Don't worry. Solar Fox, the new video game where speed and strategy are all you have to fly through 26 changing solar fields. And if you're really fast,
Awesome.
you'll skip ahead to even tougher fields.
Really cool.
Solar Fox from CBS Electronics,
Can I drive now?
where the excitement never ends.
In Jurassic Park, it's survival of the quickest, and that's doubly true in Tiger's new Jurassic Park handheld game. But that shouldn't worry you. I mean, what's a few globs of the Spitter's poison venom going to do? And if a pack of ravenous, gut-ripping raptors close in, you can always get up in a tree. Anyway, it's just a game. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's not as if the razor-toothed T-Rex is really going to jump out of the bushes in your own backyard. Jurassic Park, the handheld game. New from Tiger. Batteries not included.
Introducing TurboGrafx 16, the next generation video game system. It's 4 times faster, so the games are more exciting. There are almost 10 times as many colors, so the arcade quality graphics are even more intense. And you can expand your system with a CD player for CD games with sound effects that are turbocharged. TurboGrafx 16 from NEC, the higher energy video game system.
Yikes! This could be the end!
Are you talking about Slash, the twisted mutant turtle from Dimension X, latest member of the Evil Foot Clan? Or Triceraton, Shredder's mutant enforcer?
No.
Well, surely you don't mean Mondo Gecko, the skateboarding good guy lizard or Fugitoid, your whacked-out robotic buddy with the short circuits? So, what's the problem?
They left the anchovies off my ice cream pizza!
From Playmates.
Journey to Africa with Simba and his friends in the Lion King handheld game.
Simba. What? Simba. I don't understand. Simba. Oh, Simba.
Destined to be king of the jungle, you help Simba dodge wildebeests and pounce on hyenas.
Man, are they ugly.
Feast on bugs.
Fine. That's satisfying.
Reunite with Nala. And crush the evil star to become the Lion King.
I win.
Tiger's Lion King electronic handheld game. Batteries not included.
Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
Hey, and I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
It is, and we're still figuring it out, apparently.
As we go, because we are the only recipient of the Wooden YouTube Award.
Look at that, it didn't get packed away.
Look at that. Sir, I'm a goddamn professional.
You are so professional. I do need to check something real quick. Okay. We're good. I don't know if we're good. I think we're good. Man, it's been...
Folks, let us know if we're good. It's been a day. It's been a
month.
week.
It's been a month since we last...
It does feel like a month since the last time we sat at the table and talked to one another over the internet. Folks, I am no longer where I used to be.
No. You're someplace new. My mic is open.
Lord knows that I'm a rambling man.
Oh.
Trying to make a living.
Bob Seger.
No.
Rambling man. Oh, I got the gamble. I don't want to get DMCA'd. This is Bob Seger.
We are talking about two different things.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What are you talking about?
I am broadcasting live from my mother's house.
Hey.
So I've got that going for me because, sir, as of today, I am homeless.
Okay.
Thinking about getting some cardboard.
You should get a tent.
Maybe a Sharpie.
Okay.
Asking for cheeseburgers on the side of the road.
You know what? That's an interesting way to go about it because most people are just like, give me money. But I feel like if you're like, hey, give me cheeseburgers. Or booze. I feel like if you had a sign out that was like, hey, give me cheeseburgers, I feel like you'd make, oh my God, this is what you could do. You could go out there with a sign that's like, give me cheeseburgers, turn it around, sell them for money, start a business, curbside burgers. Wherever you might be, just pop up a little cart.
The Hamburglar's a motherfucker because he's been out of work for so long, and he could have been or Wimpy from Popeye. He would gladly pay you tomorrow for a burger today.
It was Tuesday, I think. I thought it was Tuesday. I thought he was say, "I'll gladly pay you Tuesday."
I thought it was always tomorrow.
Might have been tomorrow. I didn't really watch Popeye.
It was fucked up.
Was it? Like,
it was really fucked up because first off, the guy's on disability. He's got one eye. Let's talk about that for a second.
I mean,
he fought for this country for God's sake.
He fought for this country.
He fought for this country. He's promoting healthy eating, and I mean, God knows that olive oil is much better than canola.
That is true. And when I cook my spinach with olive oil, it's delicious.
Ooh.
And probably has the reverse effect of what it's supposed to.
Do you get a handy like Popeye?
Do I get a handy?
Yeah, well, that's what he was looking for, right?
What?
He fights to the finish because he eats his spinach.
What does that have to do with getting jerked off?
I mean, he finishes.
I mean, where's he finishing?
Very fair.
Hopefully nowhere near my spinach.
Gotta need some dressing on that spinach. Anyway, this is the best show on the internet.
I hate this show. I can't eat spinach anymore. Just fuck that.
Anyway, this is the best show on the internet. It feels like it has been a month since we talked. So many things have happened. I'm homeless, hawking cheeseburgers on the side of 481. Getting ready for the big move.
The move. You're moving out.
Moving on out. Moving on up.
You're doing that thing that everybody's doing now. They're moving out of New York. You're part of the reason why they just
I'm
lost
the issue.
Seat. Yeah, you're the issue.
Here's the thing. Like, is it really illegal to not do the census? Because who's to say what? Like, where freedom ain't free.
Well, no.
Where is your freedom? How come you have to, you got to show up, you have to be accounted for, but yet you're free, but yet the government knows where you are, and Google's listening all the time, so they can sell you ads about Toyota trucks, or whatever you're into, because one time the wife said one goddamn thing about some steamed buns. I got ads for a bamboo steamer for like 5 weeks.
Price?
I mean, I bought it, so yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, as you should.
It works.
Great.
It's worked.
Yeah.
Well,
wait,
Bezos knows what's up.
Is it illegal to not do the census?
I think so. I think you can go to jail.
But who's to say?
Cuomo.
Well, fuck Cuomo.
I mean, he'll get his boys to rough you up.
No, isn't the
break your
census
windows, make you pay protection
a federal
money.
thing?
Well, yeah, but like he lost. That's the thing.
What do you mean he lost?
Like you won, and we lost. Well, technically, and here's the thing.
Who's winning and who's losing?
Well, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, thank God.
as somebody who is leaving,
right,
going to a state who gained a seat, do I feel like, well, maybe I'm like, am I like what do they call them? Like not a secret spy.
A secret squirrel?
Well, no, Morocco mole, but double agent. That's
double
what
agent.
it is. Am I a double agent for helping Florida gain a seat? Because New York lost a seat.
Well, you're not helping. Well, currently you're not helping Florida gain a seat.
I'm not helping anybody.
You're not helping.
Let's be honest.
I mean, and we did the census twice within like a year. So.
Oh, you're stuffing the ballots.
No, we're not stuffing the ballots. That's not how it works.
I don't know how it works.
It doesn't work like that. Don't listen to those fuckers. Trying to fill your head.
Listen, I had to listen to my lawyer talk about stuffing ballots for like 45 minutes.
Do we need to talk about your lawyer?
We need to talk about. Okay, so folks, listen.
I think you might need to make a switch.
Well, it's too late.
Okay.
So, for those of you that do not know, I am migrating, much like my ancestors before me.
Well, hang on. That's you. We don't want to do what our ancestors did. I mean,
no,
two people that look like us. We don't need to do that.
No, but I'm Canadian.
Fuck you.
I'm like part French Canadian, part Irish, part I don't know. Listen, is there any purebreds anymore? Like honestly,
you okay? Don't talk like that. That's not what we're looking for.
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Like we're all together. Like if you go back long enough, you're gonna get to the same amoeba.
Well,
you're gonna get to the same chromosome.
Listen, they've got
RNA.
There's like a committee that they're trying to put together right now. That's like all about that fucking bullshit. We don't need to get into that.
Listen, Bill Nye. That's all I have to say. He's a science guy. But anyway, point being,
this is gonna be one of those shows. One of those episodes.
Listen, I've had a week, and we're gonna get into that week in just a moment. But anyway, I'm moving from New York to Florida, caravanning down to Florida.
Yeah.
Getting out of getting off of the thumb of the Cuomo.
You're going from the thumb to the dick.
Exactly. The freedom dick.
Okay, you're going to that freedom dick.
We're getting to the freedom dick.
Okay.
Right. So, anyway, had a hell of a week. Had to pack up my whole life in a moving pod.
Right.
You've had a little experience with the moving pod people.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
What's terrible? Let's talk about
poor planning on their behalf. Number one, we did nothing wrong. Like they called me with like 24 hours before they were going to drop it off.
Yeah.
Or no, they emailed me like 24 hours before they were going to drop it off, and they were like, make sure you have your paperwork available or some bullshit like that.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And I looked into it, and they were like, yeah, you were supposed to get a thing in the
permit,
a permit to put it on the streets.
Ooh.
Because this
ain't pay Uncle Sam,
because it's not going to fit in a driveway, and they gave me the dimensions that was basically my driveway, and it wasn't going to fit in that. And I was like, well, you can't just put it on the street. And they're like, nope, we can't do that. And I'm like, well, how come you didn't tell me this? And they're like, we did.
Right.
And I'm like, show me the record. show me the record where you told me
Show
this.
me the money.
Because you didn't fucking say a word. So I called the permit office. And they're like, oh, yeah, they're supposed to take care of that, not you. And I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, this is what they just told me. And guy on the phone was like, well, they know better. And I'm like, well, good. How long does it take to get a permit? And he's like, 5 days. And I'm like, thank you, goodbye.
They're coming in 24.
They're coming in 24 hours, man.
Right.
But we were able to get it in the driveway.
You forced it in, right? You just
really fucked up my neighbor's lawn, which I wasn't too concerned about because they were dicks.
No, I mean, you put a little lube on it, you throw it in.
Yeah,
took
out a tree branch above the driveway, but the tree was in my neighbor's yard, so I didn't really care.
Property lines, semantics,
which is funny because like the woman who lived next door to me once yelled at me and Christy too about parking in front of their home, because like where we lived, it was all like you could only,
it was street parking. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was an area where it's predominantly street parking.
Right. So opposite side. And first off, like it took me forever to realize how opposite side of the street parking works.
Opposite side on the opposite numbers.
Well, I didn't understand the numbers of the days, and I'm just like, well, how do you know it's opposite?
Coincide.
Like, is it opposite days?
Yeah.
Do I need to say the wrong thing to mean the right thing?
No.
How does it work?
I feel like that's a very common thing, though, that people don't think about, because honestly, it wasn't until I started living in like those areas where like people would come and visit and they would be like, wait, why'd I get a ticket? I'm like, because you parked on the wrong side of the street. Well, how was I supposed to know? And I'm like, did you see the sign? Yeah. I'm like, well, there you go. And like, but I'm just like, I don't know. But yeah, the neighbor yelled at us for parking in front of her house because she owned the house,
but not
to which
the street.
To which I replied,
with the sidewalk.
To which I replied, do you own the street?
Do you own America?
To which she replied, do I need to get my husband? To which I replied, I don't know. Do you? Let's talk this out. I'm civil. I'm just trying to get the snow out of my fucking driveway.
Let's be honest. The husband wasn't coming.
The husband did not care.
He's given up on life. He's heard this. The children are playing in our front yard.
Yeah.
The neighbor boy poking our fence with a stick. He's had enough of life.
But yeah. Where were we? Oh, the pod. And then the pod. So the pod guy came. He fucking wedged it in my driveway, and he was like, good enough for you? And I'm like, good enough for me.
C is for cookie, motherfucker.
And we filled it. You helped. You would come over.
I'm a good friend,
You're
folks.
A good friend, yes.
Unlike this guy, didn't help me.
I'm in Texas, man.
No excuse.
Okay.
You owe me.
I owe you?
Well, first off, you owe me about Dogecoin.
What? Okay.
And then
listen, no, don't listen. It's not my fault that there's people out there who are trying to get somebody else to hold the bag right now. Okay, don't fall into those traps. How much would you have invested?
$20.
$20. I'll give you $80. How about that? Because that's what it would be worth now.
No, that's not true. It's 120. Trust me, I'm keeping a tally.
Now he can do math.
Keeping a tally.
Now he can do the math.
Keeping a tally.
Yeah, Christy, you're no longer needed. Axe can do the math now.
Yes, but anyway,
someone's gonna hold that. Someone's gonna be holding that. Just to let everybody know, someone's gonna be holding that bag, and they're gonna have egg on their face.
I'm just saying we're gonna have a running tally on this show of how much money Kevin Graham owes me for not.
I don't owe you shit.
You told me not to invest in the meme coin. Listen, I love that dog. He's to the moon. If I had invested at 5 cents,
you can invest right now.
When it was
invest $1,000 right now.
35 cents right now.
So invest
35 cents.
Buy one Dogecoin. You know how much Bitcoin is worth right now?
Well, I understand that.
If you had one Bitcoin in the beginning, how much that would be worth right now?
Well, yeah.
So
guess
just
how much I would have if I invested in Dogecoin.
How much do you have
when
in
I
your
told
pocket?
you I'm investing in Dogecoin, and you're like, "Fuck that dog," I know you're a cat guy.
Okay, listen. In my wallet right now, I've got $5, okay? And $5 off my next visit to the Easy Tiger down the street. So that's like $7 right here. It's a fine beer garden establishment. They have nice baked goods.
You and your fucking fancy beers.
Listen, man, I can't help it that I like nice things, okay? So fucking what? I like nice beers. I like nice whiskey. Can't always afford it, but I do what I can. But Pod, I got it in, filled it up. Should have filled it up more. Pro tip: if you're moving and you use a Pod, number one, make sure you get all the information up front because they will hoard that shit until the very last minute. But fill it up as much as you can. Always go with the biggest one because you're going to need more space than what you think. And even when you fill that big motherfucker, you're going to go back into your home and you're going to go, shit, we still have more stuff. And it's not going to fit in the car.
So I was amazed. So I did the Pod over the weekend, folks. So Kevin had the issue of it wasn't going to fit in his driveway. He didn't want to get the permit to put it on the street, or he didn't know about it. One of the two. They told me about like knowing your situation. Like I knew ahead of time, like I would have to get the permit,
right,
put it on the street. And I said, God damn it, I'm not giving fucking Cuomo another goddamn dollar. I'm leaving this fucking state. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move all my shit twice, and I'm gonna take all my shit and bring it to my grandmother's house, who has a 2-car garage and a 2-car driveway. And we're gonna park the fucking Pod in there, and then we're gonna fill that motherfucker up from there. So what ended up happening was they dropped that fucker off Saturday, and the process of dropping off the Pod.
Oh, did you watch it?
Is magic.
It's
I filmed
so cool.
Coming soon
to
the vlog that is going to be on this channel. Make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'm saying it right now. The Florida Project will be dropping on this channel.
I'm pretty sure that name has already been used.
Yeah, it was like Disney's ideal, but like we're taking that shit.
No,
so
that's a movie.
Well, I don't give a fuck. It's a vlog now on this channel.
Okay.
So
well,
the Florida Project.
We'll work on that a little bit.
There's nothing to work on. It's perfect. Coming to this channel. Make sure you subscribe.
Right.
Anyway, filmed it. It's magic. The way that they are able to suspend the Pod in midair while they drive the truck from underneath it and then drop it in your driveway. It's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
However, they fuck you hardcore on the dimensions that they quote unquote say that the Pod is. Folks, the dimensions that Pod gives you are the outside dimensions of the Pod. The inside dimensions are about a foot shorter on all aspects. So just be prepared if you're going to use the Pod to
that's why I say just get the biggest one.
Get the biggest one, and we're going to do that. So we knew right away, like when we were packing up, like we're taking the beds, we're taking a dresser and a table, and that's it. Like we're not taking any couches, we're not taking any major furniture. You know, we're not doing any of that shit. And I swear to what?
Bergman saying don't get sued, and I just went, oh wait, I forgot that's a t-shirt idea.
Yes, it is. Hashtag don't get sued. Coming soon to the what are we doing? Shop tees, spreadshirt.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Coming soon. Florida Project was a 2017 film.
Yeah.
William Dafoe nominated for multiple supporting actors. Listen, how many Britney Spears albums have been made into movies? How many Taylor Swift things are named one thing and then there are another thing as well? The Florida Project is coming to Brainwreck TV very soon. We're filming lots of shit for it.
Okay, so the Pod.
So we had very little furniture, so we thought like the biggest Pod, and like they fuck you hardcore because they're like, when you're moving across the country, you get two options. You can get the smallest Pod, or you can get the biggest Pod.
Right.
there is no middle pod.
No.
For your consideration. So we're like, well, of course we're gonna need the big one because we're moving our whole life out of the tyranny that is Cuomo's New York into freedom.
Oh, you poor guy.
which is Dick's Florida. So
the dick of America.
It does it not look like a Johnson? That's all I have to say.
It's well been established,
right?
It's the perfect. Like I would not have expected Florida to look any different.
It's America's Johnson.
It's America's dick. I mean,
that is correct. But anyway,
just go there.
We're moving there to fill it up. So we decided the only way that this was going to work is if we Tetris this motherfucker to the max.
Yeah.
And I swear to Christ, a mouse could not fit between any of the cracks.
I thought you were going to say a mouse came running out.
No. Could not. Well, first off, the pod that we received, it's a quality product. Like,
okay,
it wasn't like the janky pod that you got. They like had like the slats on the side.
Wait,
and
those slats were like necessary though for like banding and stuff.
Well, I understand that, but like mine was way nicer than yours.
Yeah, I feel like I got fucked even harder.
Oh yeah, you got fucked hardcore because like the inside was all stucco and like they had like these rings to do your straps on,
right.
and like it was really nice. It was clean.
Sons of bitches.
Yours was a piece of shit, but like mine was really nice. So like I feel like I got kind of a deal on the situation.
I mean, well, good for you then. I mean, because fuck pods.
Well,
I had a bad experience.
They still have my shit, so I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
It's currently being transported across America. We'll get there eventually. So, anyway, we filled that fucker up. It took 2 days to do so.
Right.
We got probably 75% done in the first day.
Oh, wow.
And at the second day, though, it took just as much, the same amount of time to just Tetris.
Oh, so what were you like taking stuff out, putting stuff back in?
Exactly. Because we ran into this weird situation. So you go to Florida, like we're going to Florida so we can be more active, right? So we're going to Florida so we can bike the trails. We can get out of the house. We're not stuck inside for 6 months in the dead of winter. We actually want to do things.
True.
We don't want to pay Emperor Cuomo his taxes. All sorts of stuff. So one of the things we ran into was we decided to do a lawnmower, bike, computer chair combo section, and that kind of fucked everything up.
Oh,
because you're putting too. Oh, is there a ghost?
I don't know. Heard something.
Because you're putting too many like odd shaped things.
Sure.
Together, and I wish Pat was on here because he knows all about.
Yeah, he is a Tetris champion.
He is a Tetris champion. He's got awards. He's been notified by America that he's great, which is good for him.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we had too many weird things put together, and I had this one item that, number one, I was not going to part with, and number two was so oddly shaped that it was a bitch to fit in. And that was my spinning comic book rack.
Okay.
Because I was able to get the poles in just fine. But the actual wire rack itself was so big and oddly shaped and just a complete inconvenience to anything else that was going on.
Yeah.
That it took a while. It went in like within the first quarter of the pod. It didn't actually get placed until the very end.
Sure.
So like the whole time we're like fucking trying to manipulate this thing, trying to make it work, trying to make it fit, that kind of thing. The only thing that we did not get to fit, and we had to say sayonara to, was something that we got for free.
Oh,
So
yeah?
wasn't that? Yeah. So listen, I know you're not supposed to do this, and this is an incrimination. Like, what? Bergman, you got to weigh in on this. Okay. So the Goodwill drop off point,
Right.
you know, where they got like the trailers, and you can just put stuff on the dock. Like, what's this? What's stealing if it's just out there to to be donated?
Okay.
Like
okay, so I see what happened. So like something may have fallen off the dock is what you're saying.
Oh, I mean, and technically, it wasn't on the dock; it was on the side of the dock. Like if we're trying to win a car, okay, if we're trying to win a car, and this isn't The Price is Right, and you got to put a hand on the car, and if you lift your hand off the car, you lose.
Right.
This thing lost. Like it wasn't touching the dock at all.
Okay. So it wasn't a part of the Goodwill donation.
It was abandoned.
It was abandoned.
It was abandoned.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And it was a Hot Wheels Batmobile.
A what?
Or not? No, Power Wheels. Wheels. Batmobile.
You got rid of that?
Brother, we had to. It was the last thing to go into the pod. It was something we got for free. Brother, it was pretty big.
Okay.
It was something we picked up from the boy at the side of the road.
Right.
The battery didn't work.
Oh.
It was one of those things where
you
like.
Want to know what though? I'll be honest with you. So I never had a Power Wheels as a kid.
You never had a Power Wheels? I had 5.
But you had 5?
Well, like 3.5.
Okay, but we had big wheels. We had a Dick Tracy one. We had a Real Ghostbusters one, and then we had.
Oh my God, your childhood was amazing.
Well, hang on. Well, hang on. and then we had like a generic one. However.
Yes.
We were only ever allowed to use them in the backyard.
Oh.
Have you ever tried to use a big wheel on grass with a bunch of divots?
No, but my parents did put in a basketball hoop in the middle of our field of a backyard.
Oh, okay. We
So,
looked
like,
at a house that had something like that not too long ago.
So when you try to dribble, like you really got to fucking dribble.
Oh,
like
wait,
you
it wasn't
want
paved?
it. Oh fuck no!
Oh
you're dribbling on grass.
Oh man!
So like you really gotta want it.
You need a kickball
to play some play some b-ball. That's why I can identify with Woody Harrelson.
Oh, yeah, fine. But yeah. We only had big wheels. We never had Power Wheels. I think I really only had like one friend that had a Power Wheels though.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Those
were fun for like the 15 minutes that the battery lasted.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
Okay, so you had to give up on the Power Wheels.
Had to give up on the Power Wheels, so like that didn't make it. But I'm not the only one moving.
No.
So my mother is also moving.
Right.
Dodgeball with a basketball. Very true.
That's what you have to do.
And actually, there's a key story. So make a long story short, we got sued by a professional gamer when he was a child.
Yeah.
But my brother got a little bit of revenge by throwing a basketball at his head.
Oh, cool.
So like that was dope. There's much more context and story to that. We're not going to get to it tonight. Remind me at another time.
# don't get sued.
Correct. That didn't happen. Nope. Bergman, it's all fantasy. So anyway, my mother's moving as well. And she said, maybe if I got some room on that truck, I can fit that Batmobile.
Oh, shit.
So currently it's in the garage.
Okay.
So,
okay. So
it may make it. It may not. But everything else made it in the pod.
Yeah.
Because we move things, flip things. We hit the X button to flip it.
I believe there's there's actually like a new what the hell is it? There's a new method that they're using these days. I just saw an article about it. I can't find the article. Never mind. Oh, rolling. Tetris players call it rolling, and they're setting new world records. So they drop a little and they start playing Tetris apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So hey,
Tetris,
world records.
There you go.
But everything got in. Yeah.
So basically everything got in. We locked that bitch up. It got picked up. I wasn't there, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so my entire life, it's on its way to Florida, to a house that I do not own currently.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like, that motherfucker was right when he said, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Got to know when to walk away.
Yeah.
Got to know when to run.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is, folks, that actually has nothing to do with what I'm about to say. But life is a highway.
No.
The Rascal Flatts.
No, I mean, look, they stole that song.
What's stealing?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that they got permission to steal
Did
it.
Metallica steal Whiskey in the Jar?
Yes. With permission.
Well, then fuck Napster. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know, man. Trying
fucking
to make
Lars?
money on this fucking show.
Had Lars not come out against Napster, would Napster still be running today?
No.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not.
What about Kazaa?
No. No. No Kazaa, no LimeWire, no BearShare. No Napster. Listen, technology was already.
What was your preference?
We went from Napster to Kazaa to LimeWire. And
I think I followed the same path.
And that I feel like that was most of what people went into. Lars, Sasha says Lars was a whiny twat. I mean,
the man had a point. Like he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
But how much money do you need?
Okay, see, this is something that like I have a little. Okay, my mic's falling.
Brother, you gotta invest the $20.
This is
to get a new stand.
I'm not buying anything new for the setup until after we move. Okay, as you can see, this is electrical tape.
Yes.
He had a point. I feel like he was justified. Did he need to come out as hard with it? No. But he had a point. Listen, just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you deserve to be told you can't make any more money. This is America.
I'm pretty sure that's what Biden's trying to say.
Well, no, he's trying to tax them, which I'm okay with too, because like, just because you have all that money doesn't mean you need all that money. What's up?
When you're selling your house, the taxes, brother.
Oh yeah,
the taxes. Like you think you're getting one. You sell your house. Okay, somebody offers you some money about your house, right? Say if you're say like, I want to buy a house for $100,000, right? Somebody offers you like $120,000, and you're like, hot damn, I'm getting $120,000 for something I thought I was only getting $100,000 for. No. You
gotta pay. You gotta pay the tax man.
You gotta pay the tax man.
Tax man cometh.
You gotta pay the realtors. You gotta pay both realtors.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know that. Yeah. The seller pays both realtors.
You got one of those.
You got to
deals?
pay for an A.
No.
What?
No.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Technically, you do.
Yeah.
The money paid,
brother.
The money paid goes to. Yeah. You're right.
Yes, you do. You got to pay for an abstract, a deed if you lose it. Happens.
So sometimes you misplace things
from time to time.
Yep.
I remember when Lars tried to ban Metallica from selling their songs on Amazon MP3. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I remember those fucks in U2.
Yeah, that's fucking shit on U2 for a minute.
Yeah, fuck U2.
Yeah, fuck U2.
Although I did buy my dad like the signature iPad.
Oh yeah,
or iPod with like their like. I mean, it was literally
those
a signature.
Motherfuckers tried to They put YouTube put a virus on my computer once.
I believe it
because I updated my iTunes and there was suddenly a U2 album on my computer, and I was like, my computer's crashing. I don't know what's happening. Well, there's bugs in it now, so I had to completely reboot my computer.
And then that got rid of the album. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Started fresh. Just factory restore. Boom.
Hard reboot.
Gave up all my data.
I'm a fan.
So that I could get rid of that.
Well, what
YouTube.
data? Like, what are you giving up, really?
Porn.
Free.
Not at the time.
I mean, that's fair. Wait, have you ever paid for porn?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe once by accident, but like, you know.
Wait, by accident?
Sometimes we don't need to go there. You know, like how when you sign up for a trial for like Netflix for like 14 days, and then you gotta like put your credit card down,
right?
And then you get charged after the 14 days,
right?
And then it's like, well, I've already got the next month, so like I might as well.
I've done that with the network like 5 times.
Yeah. But then it renews the following month, and you're like, I guess this is just what I do now.
You just give in. I did that with Audible. I had 5 credits. I have no books to listen to.
That's better than me paying for the network twice.
That's true.
And holding 2 subscriptions on 2 separate cards.
And that's where they get you, folks.
That is where
they're
they
gonna fuck you over these subscription services.
See, they're like, motherfucker, we know you've done this free trial gimmick at least 3 times. Now we're not going to tell you that your thing is renewing automatically.
I don't know. I just kept creating new emails to get the free trial. You just add a new digit to the end of whatever Gmail.
Yeah, and they know. They know.
They don't care because they can do the stockholder meeting and being like, we got these many subscribers.
People we got. They know what they need for a margin, and they make it.
Yeah. They're working the system. Listen, life's a work, folks. And at the end of the day, pod's a work. Like, you fill up your thing. They put it on a truck. Bergman in the chat. Funny.
Happened to me today with Masterclass. You guys want one of my 7-day passes? No, I don't know. Thank you, though.
Ooh, the master Bergman. I have been looking at the Masterclass. Would you recommend? I would like to know.
Okay.
Because like Neil Gaiman's on there.
Oh.
The fuck from LA Law. He wrote some shit.
Who?
He's on there. I don't know his name. He was breaking down episodes. What?
Dave?
Batista?
No, not Batista. Guy from
he
LA
should
Law.
do a masterclass.
He should do a masterclass, just like on how to like put yourself out there.
Right? He's doing a phenomenal job.
Do you know that he pitched to WB to be Bane?
I mean, he's not wrong.
He went to Warner Brothers and was like, "Yo, let me play Bane," and they're like, "Thank you. There's the door."
Boy, that's money left on the table.
Money left on the fucking table right there.
And if I have to watch those fucking car movies,
you're
like
watching
the least
those
you can
car
give
movies.
me. Well, you posted a thing.
Yeah, motherfucker, you no-sold me.
Well, what's the thing that's happening? I didn't understand.
Okay, they are playing leading up to the 9th movie. They're playing every movie for free at the theaters.
What's free?
Free.
But how?
Free? Like,
do I have to reserve a seat?
Probably because it's COVID. I mean, but then again, you're moving to Florida, so you can probably just show up to a public area without your mask on, and fucking DeSantis will be like, "Here you go. Like, we're all sharing this popsicle."
I will say, I was stoked to learn there is a drive-in theater. 20 minutes from my house.
Drive-in theaters are pretty dope. Make sure you know, though, because here's the thing. So Austin has like 5 drive-in theaters around us. None of them are like actual drive-in theaters, though. Because like you hear drive-in theater, what do you think of?
I think I'm gonna pull up with my car and like have a good time and watch multiple movies for a low price.
But you think of the Midway.
I do think of the Midway.
You think of Midway Drive-In. Okay,
I frequent the Midway.
This isn't that. This is like an open field with a blow-up screen. or an open field with a bunch of like stretched out sheets and projector screens.
Yeah, like you're getting like some hillbilly Jim.
It's a little bit of like the Austin, hey man, it's weird, like, you know.
Okay, well, Bergman's got an opinion about some master classes in the chat. He says, depends on how much you want to get out of it. $180 a year for an unlimited class. It's decent enough. If you want to try it, I can sling you those 7-day passes. Listen, I fancy myself a writer. In the next 7 days, I ain't got no time.
No time for that.
For any of that. So, but I appreciate the offer. If it's like a 7 days whenever it's convenient for you, I will take you up on that offer. Yeah. But I doubt that's the case.
And jumping back to the drive-in. So Christy's got a good point. Pull up to your car, and this is like with Austin. Yes, multiple movies. No. Cheap. Not so much. So make sure you know what kind of theater it is before you go rolling up.
I think the last time I looked at the theater that is near my house, they were playing like the King Kong movie.
Okay,
they were playing the new movie.
That would be a good drive-in movie.
And then the second movie that they were playing along with it was Rampage with The Rock.
That would also be a good drive-in movie.
So you get a twofer.
And like that makes so much more sense because like also the movies like they show around here, like they show the Goonies every weekend. They show Dazed and Confused like every other weekend.
Can we talk about the Goonies?
They show like it's the same.
Fuck the Goonies.
The
Goonies is a terrible fucking movie.
It's not
bad. It's a horrible fucking movie.
It's not bad, but I feel like we're getting to that. Are you not going to get it? I feel like we're getting.
May the 4th be with you.
Passes expire May 4th. Well, it was a good offer.
That's your birthday, sir.
Yeah, it is my birthday.
I remembered.
Thanks. Yeah, like the Goonies is something that, you know, I've seen it, I enjoy it. I'm at the point though where it's just been so embedded with like much of pop culture. Like I don't need to see it again.
It's an annoying movie. It's like the Christmas Story. It's annoying as fuck.
Okay, I ain't gonna say anything about that.
Oh, I will. I'll talk for days.
Okay.
You want to talk about like the top 2 most annoying fucking movies on the planet? Christmas Story and The Goonies.
I don't know if I agree with that, but those are your words. Listen, we played a warning.
Those are my words.
Played a warning at the beginning of the show, so
listen, Clerks is a classic.
Clerks is a fucking classic.
It has nothing to do. It doesn't. It is a step above The Goonies. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. It is like it's like The Goonies, and then like Clerks in terms of awesomeness.
That's right.
Yeah.
I hate The Goonies and Christmas Story.
All right.
Sorry, Christy.
Offended. Wow. But yeah, you're gonna have to watch all those fucking car movies.
Fuck.
Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna get you. It's got to happen.
It okay. Listen, folks. It will happen. When does the new one come out?
Summer, June, something. We're not gonna have time to do it before it comes out.
No. Listen, I'm moving. I got fucking.
I'm moving too.
Are you?
I am, man. Oh, bro. I got to tell you the story though.
Okay.
And I told you a little bit about it the other day, real quick. So we're moving. We're apparently closing in May. We were supposed to close on Friday. We're apparently closing in May now, and we have until the end.
I'm closing on Friday.
Oh, that's cool. Good for you. And apparently, and we've got until the end of June to really fully move out.
That's right.
So this was all on Sunday. We had just gotten back to the apartment because we had to like run out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And June 25th, that's 2 days after we're supposed to be moved out of here. So we had just got back to the apartment on Sunday, and we're kind of just like hanging out or whatever. And we're a part of a Facebook group. And that's all tenants within the building.
Oh, like a community.
Yeah, but it's like an unofficial one that the apartment complex tried to get shut down at one point.
But why?
Because we originally had a website.
Is this like the fucks that don't want unions?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I get you.
Because like they transitioned to a different website, which took away a lot of like the community message boards. Because like people
they're much like the fucking media.
Yeah.
They just wants dissent.
Yeah.
And like just fucking like
listen, nobody's taking away your burgers.
Yeah.
So like there was a message board and like somebody posted a photo and they were like, does anybody know why there's a bunch of cops out front? And I looked out this window here and I was like, oh shit, there's 6 cop cars outside.
Ooh, shooting?
No, well, we didn't know at the time.
Hate crime?
Maybe, we don't know. You're jumping to conclusions, sir. Hang on.
Well, I mean, it's America.
I mean, it is America, and it is Texas. So
Ted Cruz trying to leave?
Ted Cruz could be trying to flee the country at any minute. You know,
that's very true. I mean, he's fighting with the Daily Show host.
He's fighting with the Daily Show host because that's the most important thing Ted Cruz has to do right now is fight with the Daily Show. I'm not going to go there. Tucker Carlson. Don't even get me started with Tucker fucking Carlson. I'm going to go off in a minute. So we don't need to go there. I've had it with those fucks.
My wife's a big Starbucks fan. So like,
I mean, we don't. Okay. Anyways, so there were 6 cop cars out front. And we're going through the thread, and apparently what happened was, and I'm gonna start off by saying this: you often read shit online or on social media,
right?
When there's a situation occurring that nobody has the full information on, it's very hard to take the first story that comes out. So,
well, okay, not to cut you off, but I kind of ran into the situation where they posted this story. Like fucking Syracuse.com posted this story of like this lacrosse player at Syracuse that they post the story of like the teammates refused to practice with this guy from Syracuse after he came back from suspension. No information as to what he was suspended for or why or anything, and they're just like, it's all speculation. And I'm like, why is this a story?
Why is that a story?
Why is this a story? Why are you feeding this down my throat? Yeah. Anyway, continue.
So somebody in the thread was like, there was somebody trying to break into apartments on the first floor with a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Like they were going up around the perimeter of the building and banging on the doors with a fire extinguisher.
Oh, they weren't trying to blast it?
I mean, maybe they were trying to blast it. I don't know,
blind the lock.
But they were just like smashing on doors, and I was like, I don't really know if I believe that yet. And then I looked back outside, and there was a cop with a fire extinguisher in his hand. And I was like, oh shit, it's true.
Wait, the police are doing it?
No, it wasn't the fucking. God damn it! Listen, the police had grabbed a fire extinguisher.
It's the deep state.
It's not the fucking deep. It's not a black flag operation, okay?
We're the choppers.
So
break into your apartment.
But what happened was, allegedly, a man had been going around the perimeter of the building with a fire extinguisher, smashing on doors. Eventually, got himself into one of the apartments. Locked the apartment from the inside. Thankfully, nobody was home at the time.
Oh, by the way, yes, I plan on using the backwater papers of Florida to fuel the Exodon files coming soon to this network, so be sure to subscribe.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
So the woman who lived in that apartment wasn't home, thank God.
Okay.
She called the cops.
Elderly?
Well, no. And I guess actually a lot of people called the cops. Turns out the guy got into the apartment, locked the door from the inside because it's got one of those deadbolts that you can't unlock from the outside. So if you're the only one who lives there and you're coming back home and you can't get into your apartment, that means somebody's in your apartment.
That's true.
Yeah, so imagine how fucking scary that is. So she calls the cops. Cops show up. They go in. He was eating her food, had a shower running, and apparently charged at them with a kitchen knife. It's all, and this is all what we heard from like the people.
So he's on meth and homeless.
That's a possibility. We do have some homeless camps near the area.
We
don't know for sure though. So the Facebook group got into like this huge debate on like what needs to be done, what we need to do with the apartment management, because like people have been having a lot of issues lately and like nothing's getting resolved. But at that point, I just kind of looked over to Christy and I was like, we should probably send our lease termination
very soon.
We should probably turn that in today. We're like, yeah, let's turn that in. So we sent that in.
In the chat, any locks can be opened with a battering ram.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah. And I mean, that's...
Well, I submit to you that any locks can be opened with a batarang. So there you go.
So we sent our notice of move out to the apartment. And we were like, we're letting you know that at the end of our lease, we will not be renewing. This is
right.
The notification, yada, yada, yada.
We're not just going to subscribe with a new email address.
Let us
for the
know.
Free trial.
Let us know if you have any questions.
Right.
So they followed up with, okay, thank you for the notice. Just so you're aware, 60 days would actually put you 1 day beyond the end of your lease, so we will be charging you for a month-to-month rate for that 1 day. To which we said, no. You need to read our lease agreement, because that's not what it says at all. Because you were supposed to send us a notification at least 5 days ago.
Right.
And we never got one. So we only have to give you 30 days notice, which it is far beyond
I wouldn't
30
fuck
days.
with Christy on math.
Oh, no.
So.
I wouldn't either. And then they were
Right.
like, you are right. Here is your updated termination paperwork. Please give it back to us within 24 hours. And we were like, good day. Yeah, man.
So you're officially out. You're outie.
We are at the end of June. June 23rd will be our last day here at this apartment.
I'm looking behind you. You got a lot of holes to fill.
Brother, that ain't even the half of it. I got a whole wall right here. I got a partial wall, a full wall. I've got a TV mounted there. I've got a TV mounted in the other room. I've got a TV mounted in the bedroom. I've got monitor holes when that used to be the office.
Gotcha.
There's some fucking. We got a lot of stuff to fill in.
Well, and that's kind of what we ran into for the house closing.
Yeah. Read your lease.
Hashtag. When we were fixing up the house for the final walkthrough, we patched some stuff, we painted some stuff, and then we realized like there's some holes in some rooms that we don't have the paint for anymore. And you know what? There's just gonna be some holes in some rooms. That's just kind of where it ended up being. So we're just kind of waiting for the shoe to drop on the among other things, we're just waiting for the shoe to drop.
Right.
Period. So I want to talk a little bit before we get on the end of the show here. We're running a little bit long. Probably gonna run a little bit long tonight because, folks, it's been a month since we've talked on the show.
At least
but it's only been a week.
It's only been a week.
I swear to Christ, I was gonna have a stroke yesterday. By the amount of stuff I had to deal with. I had to talk to my man Frank, who's my lawyer.
Oh yeah.
And listen, folks, if you got one of those jobs, one of those cushiony jobs that offers yourself a legal plan and it's not Bergman, like you may want to spend a little money because like I took up the legal plan, I'm penny pincher trying to get this thing done as cheap as possible. So I went with the in-network lawyer, Frank. He had me over at his place, a business on good old James Street. And I walked in to sign the final papers. And I thought I walked into a paper factory. because there was just papers
Really?
everywhere. And Bergman, you'll have to back me up. It is the place of your business just a hoarder's nest of papers? Because that's what I walked into. And then I walked into the man's back office, which had pictures on the walls along with stacks of more papers. And he was just like, I like to make copies. And I'm like, that's fair, but I mean, you don't know where anything is.
Listen, everybody's got a kink.
So everybody's got, listen, I like office supplies.
Yeah, I know you do.
It's been well documented
on this show.
You give me an executive pen, I will keep myself entertained for hours. But anyway, we signed the papers. Signing the papers to sell my house should have taken 15 minutes.
Right.
I walked into the office at 5 p.m. I walked out of the office at 8 p.m. 3 hours it took me to sign these papers. Because there were multiple papers to sign.
Right.
And then, so you would sign a paper, and then there was a 20-minute story.
Oh.
And then you would sign it on the paper, and then there was another 20-minute story.
Okay.
Talking to my man Frank. And my personal office is a touch messy, but not that bad. Listen, brother, if you could have seen this place, you would have been like, holy, what do they call them? The Collier's Mansion? Where you just gonna, if there's a fire, like you're just better off burning the place down.
Oh, one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get the insurance money, allegedly, is what I've heard in the past.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, don't get sued.
Yeah, we don't need any of that.
I don't know nothing from nothing. I'm just trying to sell a house.
Yeah.
So I find out my man Frank is a wrestling fan.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. He's talking about tickets to WrestleMania. He's talking about tickets to SummerSlam. He's seen Bruno Sammartino.
No shit.
Yeah. I mean, he don't look it, but my man's 60 years old.
Okay.
He looks like he's 40. He's doing well.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. He's from New York City. Loves the Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I know so much about this man.
You only needed to be there for 15 minutes.
I needed to be there for 15 minutes. I know that he is a big fan of Trump.
Oh, shit.
I know that he's a man who fancies himself some legally shorter people. I know he's a man who's not afraid to drop the R word or two.
Oh,
a man Frank, listen folks, if your office offers you a legal plan, pay the money to get yourself to get yourself an attorney.
Yeah.
Who's not on the legal plan. Because you'll end up with my man Frank. And I feel like I mean as far as the actual practices of law,
right,
I'm very confident in his ability.
That's good.
As far as his time management abilities, I am not so sure in that ability. I hear there's barely any well, listen, Florida's a different animal. First off, Florida, I don't know if you know this, they don't even use lawyers in Florida.
They just say you guys figure it out.
Listen, so once again, I've got this legal plan, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get myself a New York lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get myself a Florida lawyer. We're gonna get everything. I don't gotta pay a dime out of my pocket. This is great. So I get myself a Florida lawyer, and he's like, send me anything you want, and I'll look it over. And I'm like, well, that's odd, because the New York lawyer's been involved in everything.
Right.
Come to find out, in Florida, they just use the title company. They handle everything.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. So my man in Florida has just been calling me up and being like, hey, I'm representing you in Florida. Do you need anything? And I'm like, I don't think so, because these other people seem to be on the ball. and you seem to be like pitching me to like do a will or something, like something else that you
Just
can
trying
charge
to,
me
like,
for.
add some more stuff to it. Yeah, yeah.
Right, just to kind of fatten the bill a little bit. So I'm like, no, I'm good. And then everything else I've kind of been going through, like title people kind of thing. So like, it's really interesting of how real estate works in some places versus other places, versus if you got to like transfer and it kind of work some voodoo to make it all work. You gotta pay Peter to rob Paul.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But my man Frank is a character. But needless to say, I think everything's on the up and up. I think we're all in a good place. I still don't know about the Florida house, if I've got it or not. But everything's packed away and on its way there. I would hope you do
at this point. Well, I guess we'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week.
Folks, so, yeah, so be sure to
follow.
Will
you be live or not?
One of us will be.
Get that game stream ready.
Yeah. I'll have a backup just in case.
Have a backup plan.
Yep.
In case things fall through.
Yep.
But so many things have happened this week, folks. We've just scratched the surface of the things that have happened this week. My wife got her second COVID shot. Blake Kay, who's usually on rule number 4 tomorrow, she's been under the weather today. She got the Pfizer.
Okay, that's what I've got coming up here.
Right, so be careful.
Yep.
I mean, I got the second Pfizer and was like, I ain't feel shit. I'm just fucking
no selling, motherfucker.
That's right. Fucking taking those Ishii elbows. But anyway, she's under the weather. So she's hoping, they say it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
So hopefully she'll be on tomorrow for rule number 4.
Well, yeah.
Be sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, get ready to judge some people. It's the American way.
That's what we do.
And I feel like I've earned myself a treat. I feel like I can go out and get a piece of cookie cake.
Get your cookie cake.
I think I'm gonna.
You deserve it.
I hope so.
You do.
Because if I don't deserve it, who does?
I don't know.
Maybe Bergman. He's working hard.
He's working hard for us. Yeah. And all y'all should be working hard for us too by following, subscribing, liking us across all social media platforms. We are at Brainwreck Show. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube. Listen, we do this show every Wednesday night. Be sure to stay tuned for some updates because we might not be here next week. We'll see. We'll let you know in the chat or on social media.
A private school in Florida fired a teacher for promoting the COVID shot. Well, listen, you're not supposed to give it to kids, right?
That is not our domain. So be sure to follow us here on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Listen, we're trying to grow the channel. We're at 88 subscribers. We need 12 more. And we want to hit 100. If we can do it before the end of the month. We lost one, but then we gained one.
Brought it back.
I think it was an oopsie. I think they were like, oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. And I don't have my
That's
fix.
right. Why would you ever?
Unsubscribe to this channel? I mean, unless it was a bot. It could have been a bot. And then, then there was a purge.
We got the Florida Project. We've got Sunday Brunch. We've got Girl Pockets. We've got
the Axonon Files.
The Axonon Files. Whatever the fuck you do.
Unsuccessful with Kevin Graham.
It's a winner.
Kev Plays. I do video game stuff. This bullshit right here that you're watching. Don't be an asshole. The internet's favorite game show. Each and every Thursday night.
So
right
much
here
more
on this
coming,
channel.
Folks, I just have to get to Florida.
And we have to get the fuck out of here as well. So
yes, we do.
I think that's going to do it for us for this week.
So I'm Jason Axe.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.